Hello, welcome to Advanced Mathematics 1, Unit 3, Part 5, Angles of Triangles and the Pythagorean Theorem. By the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to do the following. Classify triangles by sides and angles. Find exterior and interior measures of triangles. Find side lengths of right triangles. The main concepts for today are as follows. The sum of the measures of the interior angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. So all three measures always add to 180 degrees. The measure of an exterior angle of the triangle, which is angle 1 in this diagram, is equal to the sum of the measures of the two non-adjacent angles. So in other words, angle 1 is equal to the measures of angle A and angle B in the triangle. More concepts. A scalene triangle is a triangle that has no congruent sides. In other words, all three sides are different lengths. An isosceles triangle has two congruent sides. Note that it also has two congruent angles, but we'll get into that later more. Equilateral means it has three congruent sides, and that is also equiangular. It has three congruent angles. So they are exactly the same picture because all equiangular are equilateral and all equilateral are equiangular. So those kind of go hand in hand. Acute triangle has three acute angles, like in the diagram there. An obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. It can't have more than one. A right triangle has one right angle. And the Pythagorean theorem has to do with right triangles, and it says the length of one leg squared plus the length of another leg squared is the length of the hypotenuse squared. And the hypotenuse is always the side that is across from the right angle. And there we go. That's our main concepts. So let's jump into our examples. In this first example, we're given a triangle. We're given its vertices, so we're going to start by plotting those. So 2, 3 is right here. That's A. B is 6, 3. And C is 2, 7. So this is a nice right triangle. Make it easy for us to find out the lengths of the sides. So we can find the distance between A and C is between 3 and 7, which is 4. Distance between A and B is the distance between 2 and 6, which is also 4. And so the third side will be square root of 4 squared plus 4 squared, which is 16 plus 16, and square root of 32 is like 5.7. So we want to classify the triangle by its sides. So it has two equal sides and one that is different, so that is called an isosceles triangle. And that's it. All right, in example 2, we are asked to find the measure of angle 1 and then classify the triangle by its angles. So in every single triangle, the three angles add up to 180 degrees. So I have 78 and 31 and angle 1, all adding to 180 degrees. So I'll take the 78 and the 31 and add them first. That's 109 degrees. So I would take 180 minus 109 to get my answer. So angle 1 is 71 degrees. And this triangle has a 71, a 78, and a 31 degree angle, which are all less than 90. That means it is an acute triangle. And there we go. All right, example 3 asks us to find the measure of an exterior angle. An exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two angles that are inside the triangle across from it. So I can set up my equation accordingly. I have 2x minus 5 is my exterior angle. It's equal to the sum of the two on the inside, which is the x and the 70. So I can use that to solve for x. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So I get x minus 5 equals 70. Add 5 to both sides. And I get x equals 75. Didn't ask me what x was, it asked me what the exterior angle was. So the exterior angle is 2x minus 5. So I'll put 2 times 75 minus 5. Can't draw today. So 2 times 75 minus 5 is 145 degrees, which looks like that. It would be correct. It is an obtuse angle, and so that makes sense. All right, in example 4, it asks us to find the measure of the two acute angles in the right triangle. As you know, all triangles, the three angles add to 180. So if we subtract the 90 that's sitting there from 180, the two that are left are going to add to 90. So that's how I'm going to set up my equation. So I have 2x plus x minus 6 equals 90. If you forget that, that's no big deal. You can go 2x plus x minus 6 plus 90 equals 180, and it'll still work out exactly the same. So it's not a huge deal either way. I'm going to combine my like terms. 3x minus 6 is 90. Add 6 to both sides. So I get 3x is 96. So I divide by 3. 96 divided by 3 is 32. So I need to find both acute angles. One of them is 2 times x. So 2 times 32 is 64. So that's one of them. The other one is x minus 6. So 32 minus 6 is 26. So my two acute angles are 64 degrees and 26 degrees. And last but not least, we have example 5, which is using the Pythagorean theorem. Now it says find the exact value of x. What that means is it means that you do not want to find the square root unless it is a perfect square. You want to simplify the square root to its most simplest form when you do this. The biggest thing for setting up Pythagorean theorem is to know that the thing across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. So I have leg squared. The other two are the legs. So leg squared plus leg squared is equal to hypotenuse squared is my Pythagorean theorem. So 7 squared is 49. (14 squared is 196. So subtract 49 from both sides. So minus 49 from 196, I get 147. So to undo square, you take the square root of both sides. So x is the square root of 147. Now, I'm not going to figure out what the square root of 147 is. I'm just going to see if that simplifies. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is divisible by 3. 147 divided by 3. So 147 is 3 times 49. and 49 is 7 times 7. So this can simplify. A 7 comes out. So I have 7 square root of 3 as my final answer. And that's what it means by the exact value of x. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.